Aleksandr Rakic is really good, man. Like, he's really good. Okay, hold on. I went back and I decided to watch all of his losses, okay? I watched his first loss in the UFC against Uzdemir. I arguably think Rakic won that fight. It was close. It was a split decision. I was like, okay, interesting. I rewatched the Jan fight. Of course, that fight ended in like injury when Rakic hurt himself. But Rakic was doing some great work on Jan Blachowicz, who I think is one of the better fighters at light heavyweight. Doing some very impressive work. His low kick was bothering Jan Blachowicz. His low kick is really good and really heavy. Like, listen, Jan Blachowicz fucking has shins of steel. Like, he goes shin to shin with everyone. But Rakic was getting the better of him in the leg kicking exchanges. He even was able to take down someone like Jan Blachowicz, who I feel like is decent in the wrestling. Like, he's pretty strong. Took him down. He had control time almost racked up to 5 minutes. So, Rakic is good. Rakic is complete. Now, looking at Magomed Ankalaev, you guys know that I think Magomed Ankalaev is the best light heavyweight on the planet. He is the best light heavyweight on the planet. They just don't want him to fight Alex Pereira, given that they feel like Alex Pereira won't beat him. You could say I'm lying. You could say, oh, no, that's not true. But even when Dana White said to him, yeah, after he beats Rakic, only if it's a good performance, man, he'll get the title shot. But if it's not a good performance, like, you know what I'm saying? Saying that bullshit. What the fuck? Like, who the hell says that to the number one ranked, like, literally the number one ranked fighter is going to beat a fighter. But if you don't like the way the performance looks, you're not going to make him fight for the title. Never happened in UFC history. Doesn't make sense. And of course, Alex Pereira saying stuff like, yeah, he's being disrespectful, so I'm going to make him wait for the title shot. Yeah, dude, like, oh, come on, bro, you're not being radical, man. Like, yeah, I can't give you the title shot, bro. Pereira, what are you saying? You sound like one of these idiotic cats. Like, you sound like a goofball saying that, first of all. Just like, yeah, man, don't shit talk me or, like, you know, you're not going to get the shot, bro. Be really nice and dick ride me, and then I'll give you the title shot. Doesn't make sense. But looking at the way Alex Pereira fights and the way Ankalaev fights, that is such a favorable, easy matchup for Magomed Ankalaev. When I say easy, I mean the sense that there's no secret that Alex Pereira has, like, deficient takedown defense in comparison to someone like Magomed Ankalaev, who was able to take down people like Jan Blachowicz and control them for a good amount of time. You know, Jan Blachowicz was able to take down Alex Pereira when he did it. Everyone who really wanted to take down Alex Pereira, they have done it. Yuri in the first fight, Jan Blachowicz, Bruno Silva, Israel Adesanya. If you want to take down Alex Pereira, it's not too much of a hassle. Now, can Ankalaev take down Alex Pereira? Absolutely easy. So that's one big deficiency I see over Ankalaev. That he has over Pereira. Now, another big one is the boxing. Like, Ankalaev is the best light heavyweight boxer on the planet Earth. Like, he's better than everyone in light heavyweight at boxing. And Alex Pereira has the worst defensive boxing in that whole weight class, I think. Maybe other than Yuri. But he has one of the worst defensive boxing. Like, he just always has his hands kind of low, so he gets hit with straight punches specifically. We've seen him with Khalil Roundtree, all those straight punches landing. Israel Adesanya rocked him with so much straight punches. We've even seen Yuri Prochazka in the first fight when he's throwing those straight punches and those blitzes have a lot of moments of Alex Pereira. That's why when I look at Ankalaev and Alex Pereira, I know it's going to be a very favorable matchup for someone like Ankalaev because he just has a lot of tools that he excels at that Alex Pereira happens to lack in, like in the boxing, the wrestling, etc., etc. Now, I look at Rakic, I see almost the opposite. Like, listen, the Yuri Prochazka fight, I know he lost, but, like, I swear, I just watched back the fight before I made this video. The success that Rakic was having, but then again, Yuri's not hard to hit. But the success that Rakic was having, but for, like, this 1-2 that he got caught with, like, and the 1-2, it was a really good throw by Yuri, but like I said, Yuri, I don't even know if he knows what he's throwing half the time. He's kind of just throwing stupid shit. It lands, it rocks him. Then I even looked at the finishing sequence. Not once in that finishing sequence did Rakic go out or give up on himself. Yeah, he was stumbling and bumbling a little bit, but he was rolling. He was trying to get himself out of that compromised situation, bro. And he was doing a good job. I think the stoppage was a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to call it early, but it's kind of, like, rewatch the fight, you're going to know exactly what I'm saying. Like, the way he was kind of still moving, and they stopped the fight. He was trying to block his face, but he kept moving, and they stopped the fight. That's the point being. So, my thing with this is that Rakic has grit. He doesn't have quit in him. Like, he's never really, like, I don't want to say he's never really lost a fight. Outside the Yuri fight, he never really lost. Like, I really think he beat Volkan in that split decision loss that he had. And I think he was 1-1 against Blachowicz before that freak accident happened. He hurt his knee. So, he hasn't, like, he's really good. He's one of these fighters that you look at, like, see his win over Thiago Santos, Anthony Smith, all these good, decent light heavyweights, and you're like, you know what? He's actually pretty good. My thing is, he just didn't have the time to shine given that injury of Jan Blachowicz, so he had to take a little bit of time off. But he came back against Yuri, of course, and Yuri put him out. But I really feel like stylistically, his outside leg kick is very good. Like, listen, we've seen Ankalaev struggle specifically with, let me just say this about Ankalaev. He struggles with inside leg kicks, shin to shin. Jan Blachowicz has no respect. Jan Blachowicz doesn't care, dude. Like, he would kick you in the shins because he believes in the power of his shin. And I'll give him credit there because, like, he was having, like, Ankalaev hurt in some of those, like, those kicks, those inside low kicks, because he would go shin to shin but his shin just was made of steel and Ankalaev's wasn't. So, like, he would compromise Ankalaev's leg. Now, does Rakic throw a lot of inside leg kicks? No, he doesn't. But he throws a lot of outside leg kicks. But I've noticed in every single one of his fights, his outside leg kicks had significant effect. It had effect against Jan Blachowicz. You had Jan Blachowicz just stumbling. And Jan Blachowicz was checking some of these kicks, but he was just causing trouble to it. Against Yuri Prochazka in the first round, he took away his entire, like, he made him switch stances, like, more times than I can count, because he kept just taking away whatever leg he had in front of him, whether he was southpaw or orthodox. He would do a lot of outside leg kicks to cause trouble. Now, with these outside leg kicks, I don't know why he throws it with a lot of power, so he doesn't give a shit if he gets checked, because when Jan was checking him, he kept throwing him. Now, with Ankalaev, I know, like, he struggles with inside low kicks, but that he's going to throw a lot of kicks at Ankalaev, and I know he is, because he's seen what we've seen. He's seen Ankalaev struggle with these outside low kicks, so I know he's going to throw outside low kicks, and makes me a little bit nervous, because it's almost like, yeah, Pereira throws outside low kicks too, so you're probably like, okay, so Kenny, why would he not struggle with Pereira? Pereira really doesn't turn his hip, so he doesn't really throw it, like, with the excessive power like someone like Rakic throws it with. I feel like Rakic throws it with 10-fold more power. Pereira kind of just throws it to put it out there, and it starts to bother you over time, like, it accumulates. And he throws a lot, but Rakic throws a lot as well, but with way more power. He turns his hip, he puts way more force into his low kicks. Now, I feel like that could be a pivotal point in this fight in 308. I feel like that could cause, like, Ankalaev some trouble and some adversity. Now, Ankalaev's boxing is better than Rakic. Rakic is also a decent boxer, though. He has decent boxing defense as well. And I just feel like he's going to, like Alex Pereira, like, his defensive boxing is not there. But Rakic actually has defensive boxing. So, will Ankalaev tag him up in the boxing? Yes. It's going to take a little bit more time? Yes. The first round's going to be close, man. I can see Rakic starting off a little bit quicker than Ankalaev. I haven't seen Rakic like, struggle in the first round that much. Yeah, he lost his first round on Jan Blachowicz on all 3 scorecards, but watching that fight, like, Rakic had a lot of moments. It's just that Jan had a big shot that he hit him with. But yeah, it's going to be a tough puzzle for Ankalaev to solve within the first round. But I feel like in the second and third, he's going to start to find his like, shots. Is Ankalaev going to finish him? I don't know. Like, I'll be real. Ankalaev does have knockout power. Like, he's like third all time or fourth all time in light heavyweight history with finishes or TKOs. But the thing about that is, like, Rakic's defensive ability isn't bad. Like, Yuri caught him because Yuri's awkward, not really fundamental. I feel like this is a hard test for Ankalaev, and I want people to know this, because after Ankalaev wins, because is Ankalaev going to win? Yes. I think Ankalaev's going to win. I know Ankalaev's going to win. But is it going to be a hard test? Yes. My whole thing is that Dana White saying, oh, it's got to be some kind of spectacular performance or this, that, and the third. Knowing how good of a fighter Rakic is, it's almost like what do you want him, like, do you want him to go in there and, like, knock him out in spectacular fashion? So, or like, if it's competitive, can it go decision? I actually think this fight will go to decision. I can't lie. I could see this fight very much going to decision and Ankalaev outpointing someone like Rakic. But, like, then again, like, is that going to get, because Dana's trying to push a narrative that, oh, he needs to do something crazy for a title shot. So I feel like this is almost a setup for Ankalaev to kind of push him back and, like, keep him away from the title picture. Is he the number 1 contender? Yes, he is the number 1 contender. If he beats Rakic, is there anyone else to fight? Not really, but, you know, the UFC's smart with, like, they probably give Jamal Hill a rematch. Yeah, dude. Yeah, Jamal Hill, Cowabunga, dude. He's talking all this shit, radicalness, man, surfs up. Let's get Jamal Hill in there. Or fucking Khalil. Oh, yeah, maybe, dude. I don't know, dude. Khalil Roundtree runs it back one more time. Like, they'll find someone to give Pereira, probably. Whether Ankalaev wins or loses. But I see the narrative, like, oh, yeah, Rakic has the opportunity to do something funny. Or he's going to crash the party. And can he beat Ankalaev? I'd be lying if I said Ankalaev has a 100% chance of winning this. I can't, like, there's a world where Ankalaev loses. But that being said, it's just, like, Ankalaev's tools are, better than Rakic's tools. Like, who's the better striker overall? I will give it to Ankalaev due to his boxing advantage. Ankalaev can throw kicks too. Ankalaev has kicking ability. Even those head kicks, he's finished people with head kicks and dropped people with head kicks. Then he has the wrestling. Does Rakic have wrestling as well? Yes, but is it to the degree of, I feel like, Ankalaev's wrestling? No. Have they both took down Jan Blachowicz and controlled him? Yes. But Ankalaev was able to do that later in championship rounds. Like, there's more experience with Ankalaev going longer distances than Rakic and just being tested a little bit more than Rakic. So I really feel like Ankalaev is, like I said, he's the best light heavyweight on the planet. Ankalaev is the pinnacle of light heavyweight. Whether you hate him, you don't have to agree with me. I know a lot of people aren't, because a lot of people are poetards out there. Yeah, man, dude, like, poetard, he's just cooler, man. Like, I get it. Yeah, you're cool. He's cool to you. But I feel like skill for skill, it's hard to take out someone like Ankalaev because he's so good at multiple things. When I look at Alex Pereira, I see he's a very good kickboxer. But there's more to MMA than just kickboxing. You know what I'm trying to say? So, listen, Rakic, I know how he's gonna come out this fight. He's gonna come out outside leg kick heavy. He might cause some trouble. Like he might make Ankalaev might get him hurt in his legs. I can't lie. He might have his like shin bothered or something. But I do feel like overall Ankalaev's gonna do enough to beat him. So my official prediction, of course, if you didn't watch my video, is Ankalaev is gonna win this fight. How is he gonna win the fight? I'm not really sure. I'm going by either knocking him out or by points. But I just really want to preface the point that this is Ankalaev's toughest test, and it doesn't get harder. There's no harder fight than this, like for Ankalaev. So after Ankalaev beats him, even if it's an impressive fashion, just know Pereira is screwed. But I really think it's going to be somewhat competitive. It's going to be challenging because Rakic is tough. But my thing about this is just like, know that this is the hardest test for Ankalaev, and Alex Pereira won't be as hard as this. Like no matter how this fight looks, just know the fight against Pereira is going to be a lot easier for Ankalaev. He's going to take less damage, and he's either going to get Pereira out of there, or he's going to just massacre Pereira for 5 rounds straight. That's my take on it. Ankalaev doesn't gas as well, so this is my take on it. Just know that this is the hardest fight ever for him possible in this division. I looked at Jamal Hill's fight style. Ankalaev clears that. Yuri Prochazka, Ankalaev clears that. Khalil Roundtree, Ankalaev clears that. But Rakic, like, he's one of the few in this division that stylistically just match up pretty well with him and that will give him a hard fight. So just know that this is the hardest fight for Ankalaev in light heavyweight. Is he going to get the job done, though? Yes. And after that, what's he going to do? He's coming for Pereira, Sharma. That's what I saw. Okay, that's what I saw. But that's it for me. Let me know what y'all think down below. This is going to be a good fight, but of course, bro, Ankalaev all day. 2, 3.